You're not
Mm,
open to learning. And
mm,
so that processing may interfere with. I've asked you that question on this show several times over the
mhm.
past, um, just to make sure. And that's a great story because I like the way you said it. It answered my question that you're able to go there and not be sort of putting that psychoanalytic imprint on in the moment. So some of that is okay. I mean, the foot on the shore and that kind of thing. So we've talked about it.
Well, because you're talking about that reflective function, right? So,
Yeah.
but we have to have moments of immersion, and we have to have, and that's what going on being is from a psychological perspective. And Freud always said from the very beginning that the ego is a callus. It is the way in which our what's inside of us rubs up against the world, and so a callus develops. And so the ego is, in some ways, a construction. It may
Mm.
be a necessary one to move throughout the world, but it is something that we want to dissolve when we're immersed and we're having fun.
Hmm.
The ego in its strictest form disappears. And so it should be something that it can't be too rigid and it can't be too diffuse. If it's too rigid, we move toward levels of neuroticism that are very uncomfortable, obsessive neuroticism particularly. And if it's too diffuse, we go to psychosis. And so the goal is, how do we have the sort of ego state that we can lose and go on being? And so when you're watching a good movie, I mean, if you're really into a movie, it's sort of a little like a psychotic state because you are convinced that that's actually happening.
Right.
But if you move on the opposite end, you're like, those are actors.